come on, won't you come with me? Time to let it go and be free. Won't you come and breathe the open skies? Come now, come listen to the melody. Slow it down, put yourself at ease. Time to live it live. Get away from the do's and don'ts. Get away, don't let it close. Loco, loco, paraíso. Come and swim, come and swim to the loco paraíso. Under the lazy evening sun. Paraíso, come and swim.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Sims 4 Island Living with the gorgeous Laity Anawahi. He's looking a little bit sad. He's had a horrible breakout and I feel so bad for him. And he's a bit uneasy from having voodoo magic performed on him. That's not what you want. But Talati has her work cut out for her. She's been trying to do some work on him and it's just not been working. She's been trying to use her magic. You can see her there. She's got that little voodoo doll in her hand and she's been trying to use the magic on it, but it's just not as strong as she thinks it is. For some reason, whatever she's trying to do just isn't working that much. He's feeling uneasy, but he's not too sure why he's uneasy. And we know it's because of her, but he is out in Murpalam. I think, where on earth are you? You're out here too. You're over there hanging out with this lady and chatting with a bunch of people, but if you look into his bar, reinforcements have arrived. Faith Astopheles and Aphrodite Harley, two friends back from his kingdom, have both arrived. They arrived quite late in the night, but they got there in time. And they had to explain to the two of them just what has been going on. And right now, we're going to be focusing on Laity getting his work done. So, you know, as long as Talati doesn't do anything too bad, it should be fine. Oh look, Sulani finally revealed herself as a mermaid, finally. Only for like a brief moment before she decided that being in the outrigger and playing Moana was a much better thing to do with her time than actually use her tail. Hopefully, Eärendil and his friends will be able to stop Talati because now that she's got a voodoo doll, things are only going to get worse from here. Conservation work is getting a little bit harder now for him. Some of the things just aren't being like coming up in the surveys. We do got loads of these little seagulls everywhere, so we're gonna scare off these little. Look at the way they move. Look at their little feet. They don't like actually walk. They just kind of slide their feet along the ground. That one's feet has just gone straight through the ground. Invasive species in the algae. That is not good. So that bunch of algae, it's all purple as well. Spray the invasive species. Let's try and survey this one. We still have to survey loads of wildlife, but also do conservation. There's still beach trash everywhere, but it shouldn't be too bad soon. The volcano I'm still very concerned about because it's just dropping sulfuric puddles everywhere, and nobody wants that. But oh, look how beautiful this sunset is. Look how just gorgeous this sunset is. Like, it's 6 in the evening and the sky is just absolutely beautiful. Eärendil's gone home. I think he's had enough hanging out in Murpalam. Doesn't want to be near Talati too much, but he trusts Laity to look after himself and just get his work done and stay away from the crazy lady that, you know, turned up at the house earlier that day. Oh man, I like how it goes pink when you know there's a problem with it, and then I think it goes back to green once it's sorted out. But we still got like 2 more things to survey. Try that tapa root, is it? Taro root. That one as well. That should hopefully bloom soon. And now we can survey the root. Hopefully there'll be some information on this thing, and then we can head on home to do our conservation article and be like, I found a whole bunch of interesting stuff and the algae turned pink. And if the algae turns pink, that means there's krill in the water, and then you have to destroy the krill, otherwise we're going to get whales getting beached up everywhere. I don't know. Research the taro root, another invasive species, and these things are just everywhere. Invasive species everywhere. Once you've done that, you can head on home. Before we do that, chase them away. Feeling insecure. I like he just sort of yells at the birds and the birds just all freak out. They're just like, oh god. But that made him feel a bit better. You sure showed those birds. Yeah, you show those seagulls. I mean, I used to live in a place where literally, okay, so where I'm originally from, I live on the coast in the southwest of England. I used to when I was growing up. The worst thing you could do where I lived, I used to work in a cafe. I used to like wash the dishes. I was like 15 at the time. It was my first job that I got thanks to my brother. And the worst thing that could happen is people would leave their like plates out, and if it wasn't wasps getting stuck in tiny jam jars, it was seagulls jumping on the tables to eat leftover fish and chips. It was absolute the worst thing ever. I think I actually had to legitimately chase a seagull away one time. It was not fun. Back home in the lovely lagoon look, they have bills. That's a lot of bills. Quickly pay the bills so we don't lose our power. This place is too nice not to have power. And why don't you go and have a little bit of a swim? Have a nice little bit of a swim. That should make you feel good about yourself. They both had really horrible breakouts, so I had to give them both skincare treatments beforehand, so they should be okay. I think Leoty spent the most on his. So, oh no, don't research. Is it research? Yeah, you have to research conservation anyway. That should hopefully get your logic up to 5. Maybe not, but it'll get there. Eärendil is just going off, having a nice little swim in his siren form. So yeah, his 2 friends. I really wish my mouse would stop doing that. Aphrodite and Faith. They are both from the kingdom as well. Faith is a little bit like Sapphire. She's got slightly humanistic features, but she's got like a really colourful tail like Eärendil here. And Aphrodite is a full-on siren like Eärendil in that he's red. So when Aphrodite's a mermaid, his body is red, but he's got like very white hair. But when he turns into a human, all that like sort of redness is concentrated into his hair. He does have a beautiful rainbow tail, and Sulani is apparently, I have a feeling she's nearby, because she is currently in her evil sea witch form, which is the most terrifying thing that you can have right now. Oh, she might not be around, but she's definitely been in mermaid form, in siren form, sea witch form. That's not good. We still have the dolphin as our friend. He's no Suksuma, but he is still an adorable dolphin, all in his own right. And he's been doing some work. That got left. I clean that up if I were you, because I think that's... Apparently it's not spoiled, but... Actually, you might be able to eat that. I think it's been left out, but it shouldn't be... It should not be back, because I don't see any green emanating off it, so I think it's fine. I think it just kind of got left there. And there's also no, like, timer for spoilage. For, I don't know, maybe Keela's just that good of a cook, and food doesn't spoil around her. He is currently doing a lot of conservation research. How'd you get level 4 with the charisma skill? Are you not doing work? You cannot perform a smooth apology, apparently. But you are doing work. I'm not sure how you boosted your charisma, but you did. Also, can we just talk about this for a second? I know it's a toilet and there's nothing like that interesting about it, but more to the point of the color swatch, this swatch is actually from the Island Living expansion. So because this toilet comes base game, it'll have some of the new swatches on, I think, but when you have the Island Living pack, you get like Island Living special swatches, and it completely matches like the rest of the bathroom. And I just thought like that was so cool, and I kind of hope more packs in the future do this, that we get more swatches that can match the base game stuff in regards to like the I don't know, but you know what I mean. Hopefully we'll get more swatches for base game items related to packs, essentially. That's the point I was trying to get across. I'm not sure what happened then. Do you have like 2 days worth of a breakout? I might have to remove that package file from my Quay Stacy Slice of Life mod. If everyone's breaking out in hormones every other day, everyone really just has really bad skin. Apparently all around here. Poor Hitty. He wants to become flirty. Let's hold on to that. He lost his whims to woo woo. That's kind of sad. Do you still have... I think our logic is like... it's so close. Okay. Okay, do whatever cute thing you need to do with him there. do whatever cuteness needs to be done there, and then just go back and do some conservation stuff. Oh, you just want to talk to him. You just wanted to talk to him, apparently. That's absolutely fine. That is absolutely fine. You, my friend, can go to the bathroom, and then you can head off to bed. They still haven't woo-wooed yet. They're not going to yet. They're not going to. It's not safe for them to woo-woo currently, because that sea witch would do something. But she has been trying to use her magic on him. She's been trying to use voodoo magic on him, but it's not been working very much because, like Eärendil said in the last episode, Talati can't have Laetti's heart physically if it spiritually and emotionally and all that stuff belongs to Eärendil. So it seems that when Eärendil asked him that very important question of "Be my boyfriend, please," essentially, some sort of like special magic has sort of enveloped itself around him, kind of like the Harry Potter protection spell from Harry Potter, but less, but the same kind of vein, so protecting the ones you love kind of thing. So that should help him, kind of. That should keep like Talati away from him, but it might also not work as well. Who knows what could happen. Can you... There's one serving of salad left. Let's also send these off as well. Send these off to the research center. You do get money for them, which is good. And we got 11 things of these that we need to analyze, so you should probably do that as well. You don't need to go to bed just yet. And then you're not working... You are working today. You should definitely get a promotion to Conservation Director, and I think after that you might have to choose. You're halfway through the career, so that's actually really good. Get off the computer now and have something to eat, and then we can try and analyze all just 11 of these flasks. These are, fun facts, if I'm right, these are Erlenmeyer flasks, also known as conical flasks. Yep, got a thumbs up from my boyfriend. He's a science man, so clearly I was, saying the right thing. I do have to make sure that I'm saying the right science terms around him. He's doing, like, a degree in a science, so if I say something wrong, then it's not good. It's not good. But we got, like, a whole... Oh, is he just going to do that now, then? I figured that one out. Alright, he's just like, haha, that worked. Now I'm going to eat my salad. So that was some more research data. Send that off. And then analyze another sample. He's got a whole freaking, like, canoe in his... like, inventory. Can I place that in the world? Is that where? We'll have to place that in the world at some point. And then we're going to go off to bed. Is he going to do another one? I'm waiting for one to explode in his face, so I want to see what happens, because I've seen that happen. Yep, there we go. Just that just whole look of, oh god. Of just doing some science in your kitchen. It's all good. Let's put the Mento in there. It explodes. It is almost 7 a.m. It's a beautiful sunny day. It is baking outside in Sulani, just like it is today in the UK. There was a high of 34 degrees. I swear I almost melted out there. It was absolutely awful. I had to put on my gym vest, that's how hot it was, and I don't like wearing my vests out unless I'm going to the gym. So it's a beautiful day. You want to be all cutesy with your new boyfriend. Oh, aren't you just the absolute cutest? You've really got to do something about that hormone breakout. Why don't you start your day off with a little bit of meditation? Because his friends turned up in the late at night. He actually went out to go and meet with them and talk to them, and just like know how everything was going, tell them what of the situation, what Talati's doing, what she's demanding, and how they're going to stop her essentially. And there is one thing. Faith did give him an idea of what she remembered. Conservation Director. Woo! New conservationist clothes. Activate flower sale. Deactivate the flower sale. That sounds like so much fun. He's also doing his skincare routine at like 7 in the morning, because otherwise his face will just look absolutely horrible, and he is too cute to not look cute, if that makes sense. So what have you got to do today? Take samples take photos and samples. Take samples from the ocean. Can you take samples from the ocean anywhere is the question, because it is like an algae sample over here. Like, could he do that? I might have to test that out before he heads out. Aphrodite. Seriously, I just found about this concert an underground warehouse in the fashion district. Let's head out around 8. Aphrodite, do you really want to be out partying, like, over in the mainland and not being, like, in the beautiful, like, Sulani, like, weather? And I just heard a really weird noise outside, and I'm not sure if it's children or a dog. Might have been a person. Aphrodite is kind of a bit of like a jokester party person. He's kind of one of those like guys who will just be like, if there's like a club like party happening somewhere, he will be going to it. That's kind of the vibe I get from him. He's also got a beautiful tail. I got to use the beautiful rainbow tail on him, and it kind of melds, like the red from the top melds into the rest of his red skin tone when he's in siren form, which I thought was pretty awesome. You're feeling super cute. Once your seaweed mask has finished, then you can head on out, and we're going to go and spend the day doing fun conservation work with our boy. Don't know why I said it like that. Probably not going to next time. I also might have finally fixed the mic issue. Hopefully. But look at him just meditating, just thinking happy thoughts. Just thinking happy thoughts, feeling focused. Always good. He's tense though, because he's red as a little cherry tomato. So once you are done, we're going to go and head out and have a wonderful day in Moor Palam. There go, what I tell ya, absolutely gorgeous. Look at him. Look at him and just take in how gorgeous he is. He's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now that he's feeling in a much better mood, we're going to go and head out, do our work. Maybe we'll bring Mako around because he does love to hang out there. I swear this guy's never not in a flirty mood now. He's always in like such a good mood when he's like getting up in the morning. I guess he just, you know, I guess that's part of the romantic trait, but also slice of life as well. Makoa is now basically his best bro. They became best friends, and they're just like, whew, best friends, hanging out in Moor Palam, trying to save the island together. Like, the first thing he's noticed is these two extra people. This is Aphrodite. He is also a fine-looking specimen of a sim I've made. Yes, his eyebrows are brown, and he's got, like, really, like, noticeable, like, mermaidy eyes. But his hair is also bright red. That's CC hair, by the way. That's some great CC hair I found. And this is Faith Aristophanes, so she is of Greek origin. She is a Greek mermaid. She's kind of siren-esque, I'd say. Maybe she's, like, kind of half siren, half regular mermaid. Of the sort. But she does also have, she does have a tail kind of like Eärendil's, which is sort of very fish-related, I guess. Like, if Eärendil's tail resembles that of an angelfish or a zebrafish, then I think hers resembles like a tropical rainbow fish, I think. But we can chat with these guys another time. For now, we have got work to do. Let's get down to business and save Moor Palam. That was terrible. I'm not even trying. You can't do it over here. Okay, let's go over to here. Take a sample from the ocean. Scare those blasted seagulls away. Like, I don't see many seagulls now that I live in London. I think the only time you really end up seeing them is when they're, like, if you're at the Thames, really. I think that's the most you see them. But I don't see a lot of seagulls now. I used to a lot when I lived back home. But I lived near the coast, and I lived near, like, an estuary, like, river, so I was seeing seagulls all the time. I did also see swans. There was, like, a swan family that lived under the bridge I used to walk across to go to school. And that was always, like, something we saw. We always knew when spring was near because they would, the swans would have, like, baby ducklings, and those little baby swanlings were, like, the cutest things ever. They were always, like, these little grey balls of fluff. And there was just something so adorable about them. I think one time they all fell into the water because they were all trying to get into the water to go swimming with their mother swan. I'm not sure why I'm telling stories about swans. Now, I just thought it'd be kind of interesting to tell, so... Did he? There we go. I was like, did he scare them away? Yes, he did. He's trying to scare all the swans Oh wait, so we've got to grab a bunch of photos, we've got to get some ocean samples. We've got one ocean sample. Let's grab some more photos. I mean, the photo of the waterfall is always the most gorgeous thing you can do. I think you can take a sample from... yeah, there as well, maybe? I don't know. Take another sample from the ocean as well, getting pictures of all the algae as well. And I think maybe some of the fishing. Oh my god, it's doing the thing! It's doing the thing! It's doing the thing, the bioluminescence. Oh, that's so cool. It's weird seeing it in, like, the middle of the day in the sunshine. But that's, like, so cool. That's super cool. The bioluminescence. You can't take a picture of that. Oh, that sucks. That's kind of annoying. Who's that? That's, oh, that's Oliana. That's Oliana. She's, going out for a bit of a swim. I think she's tired, though, so she's probably gonna be heading back. That's one thing I love about this expansion is, aside from just how beautiful the whole scenery is there's really, like, this lovely sense of, like, you see the locals hanging around, and you just, like, know that you're just like, oh, it's the neighbors, and you can kind of, like, say hi to them and talk to them. I think that's actually really cool. I need to take a picture of the cave as well. Do that as well. He is a bit slow from all the wading. Why don't you take a photo of that, and then once you've done that, you can maybe also explore the cave. It's a beautifully sunny day as well, and hopefully, because it's a very hot day this time, he's not gonna burst into flames. I really don't want him to scare me like that again. I haven't been that scared since I watched I'm trying to think now. Take photos of Murpalam, all done and dusted. Go and explore the cave for now, and then after you'll be able to take another ocean sample. And then he's still got, like, all those conical flags to go through, so we might have to do all those when he's got some time. Why are you tense again? Oh, you need some fun. Oh. You've just, you did a skin treatment today. You should not have another breakout. Please don't have another breakout. That's the last thing I need. Strange noise. Story time. Leety heard a strange sound echoing in the cave as he explored its depths. Following the reverberations, Leety passed through a particularly tight passage before a new sound reached his ears. A loud squelch from above preceded something landing on Leety's shoulder. Fleeing in terror from the sudden assault, Leety beelined for the cave entrance and the safety of outside. Oh, in the dark of the cave, just dropping his flashlight, Leety ran from the cave when multiple somethings brushed past him in the depths of the cavern. Oh, I think a squid landed on you. Yeah. Tentacles. Oh, but something happened. Something happened with this, because he was exploring the cave. The picture got bigger. Oh, that's so cool. I'm seeing waves and like a kind of mass, a god almost of the waves. And what looks to be like... oh, I'm not sure what that is. Hopefully when the whole picture's done, we'll see what it is and we can kind of interpret what it is. I mean, I hope it's not someone like Maui turning an eel into a coconut tree. Or something. But something really cool. Essentially. Level 5 logic skill. You got a long way. Is it the next one? Yeah, the next one you get to choose your career path. That should be fun. Okay, he's not going to have a breakout, thankfully, but he's very embarrassed from whatever landed on him in the cave. I don't blame him. I, too, would probably freak out if something landed, like, on me in a cave that was wet and squelchy and felt slightly like tentacles. I mean, I freak out at jellyfish. So it's no wonder. Scare the seagulls away again. Just keep scaring them away. And just be like, you damn seagulls, get out of here. Makes him feel really happy each time because I guess it's easier to tell birds to leave than it is to tell humans to stop being evil. Oh, where are you, Eärendil? Are you at the computer? Yeah, you are. You are at the computer. Well, Leety is feeling a lot of things currently. So I think the first thing he needs to do is go to the bathroom, and then just do a whole bunch of cute things with you and chat with you. Do a swap kiss, because I love that confidence one where it's just like, it's very, I don't even know. But you know what? I'm going to take this moment now. Don't go to bed. Don't hide from the world. Face up. Face things. Face your fears, essentially. But, one thing I want to talk about quickly. Devs. We need more romantic animations. I feel like there's not enough. Apparently in The Sims 3 you could spoon in bed. I want that to be like a thing again.
Skiba Fabane.
That was very... Like, put him in like some sort of pirate outfit and turn him into an actual like mermaid sitting on the rocks, and that was just like something out of like a goddamn pirate romance novel. I don't know why. But yeah, we need more romance like animations. I feel like they're like there's just not enough currently. Like kissing in the water, that's like a really cool one to have now, but there's really not much else there. I think at best there's like in The Sims 2, for example, you could literally like you could literally grab your like Sim's butt essentially. Let me demonstrate with passionate romance, if it'll do it. That's what you used to be able to do. That's what you used to be able to do in The Sims 2. I think you might have been able to do it in The Sims 3, I never played it, but now you can't, and that's kind of... Is it not as family friendly? Before, he has turned cherry red. He has turned absolutely cherry red. Also, those teeth kind of creep me out now. I thought that the shark teeth were cool at first, but now they kind of creep me out. The look in his eyes, though, that's the look of someone who's just like, yeah, you are the cutest thing I've ever seen. Alright, why don't you play a bit of video games? Play My Sims Go. I think that's like based on a real game. Hot and heavy. Oh man. And you are all just like, he's got like 2 layers of red on his face currently. He is not only blushing, but I think he's also embarrassed, so he just looks like his entire face just got sunburned, essentially. By the way, I think he's come by to at least chat and ask, are we doing this? Are we going to stop the sea witch? And I think it is time, so before you go and do that, you should definitely tell Laity that you have to go out, but you love him, and I think maybe you should do that through a serenade. Sapphire would like to come over and hang out, is that okay? Not yet, though. We have things to do. Eärendil has things to do. They have all arrived at the house, and they know Sulani is inside. She has ran inside, and they can't get in there. They have to somehow find a way to get to her, and they know she's not gonna let them in, so they might have to take it in by force, but they figured out thanks to Faith, because she and Aphrodite also had unfortunate dealings with the sea witch. The consequences weren't so bad for them, but it meant that they couldn't leave their home, and they've kind of had to sneak away from the kingdom in order to safely get out here and help out Sapphire and Eärendil. So the one thing he knows he has to do is he needs to start off by getting her attention, and then also using the book to essentially stop her heart. That's the only way you can truly destroy a sea witch, is you have to basically stop their heart from causing damage, essentially. So he's just like, it's over, Sulani. I have the high ground now. You've come back, and you really shouldn't have. You told me that I had to go and give you the heart of Sulani's child. Well, the heart of Sulani's child belongs to me. You made a valuable mistake, and you are now going to have to pay the consequences for it. And now he is going to do what you will do with witches that are evil, and burn them to death. And, yep. Sulani has been burned to death through the power of the Book of Chaos. Grim Reaper has turned up, and he's just like, Well, you know what? I've been waiting for this sea witch for a long time. You know, she keeps using the hearts of the innocent to keep herself going. You've honestly done me a bit of a service today. They are a bit sad though. I mean, him not so much, because he is so happy that he's done this. And she's talking to him like, well, we've done it now, so I'm not sure what else there is to do. But I hope you realise that you might have annoyed the gods by doing this. I mean, Grim Reaper doesn't seem too fussed. He's just like, you know what, I've been waiting for this witch for a long time. Now it's time to collect her soul. And he's got a headache from life. I think that might be karma slightly from destroying her. But they're all absolutely sad. They're just like, I can't believe we had to kill the sea witch like this. But the sea witch is dead. The sea witch is dead. The only thing to do now is to get rid of the Book of Chaos. And make sure that no one else will ever have to deal with such evil again. Like, he was able to get away with doing it and not get too twisted. He's already kind of a dastardly sim and a bit of a kleptomaniac. But what he did was essentially a very dark thing for Siren to do. And now he's going to go and head out into the ocean and essentially get rid of the book. He's going to go and get rid of the book because now he has no need for it anymore, and he's going to go off and leave it somewhere at the bottom of the ocean. Kind of interesting that he has now managed to return home when it's raining. Oh, he doesn't like thunder. It's a thunderstorm. He does not like thunderstorms. Leoty is currently up at 3 in the morning. I don't think he's aware of what happened, and I don't think he's ever gonna find out. But I think what the next thing Eärendil should do is, well, first off, go to sleep. But I think the next thing he has to do is maybe explain just what has been going on. This voodoo doll kind of serves a reminder, maybe Talati left it there as a reminder that just like, you might have stopped her, but there will be others just like her. There will be other sea witches just like her who will come and demand what is rightfully theirs. But for now, I think we're just gonna leave this here. We're just gonna leave this here. Leoty is safe. His heart remains firmly in his chest, and he can continue doing good to restore the island to its natural glory. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye bye now.
Loco, loco, paraíso, come and swim through the loco paraíso, under the lazy evening sun. Paraíso, come and swim through the loco paraíso, under the lazy